Welcome to Camnet TV Midday News, the headlines. Dr. TASILA TEMBO'S alleged killer sound for trial. CHISHIMBA KAMBWILI describes the AKAFUMBA NDC faction as political lightweights. Join me with the Midday News in detail after this commercial. 2021 has been described as a highly politically charged year. This is because every 5 years the country goes to the polls, and that 5 years elapses with only a few months remaining down to the ballot. The battlefield to appear on the ballot is becoming fertile. A lot of people are expressing interest of appearing on the ballot.
In all this, our interest is to put the duty bearers, the leaders, and those aspiring to task by asking the relevant questions.
If you're an aspiring candidate, be it councillor, mayor, or member of parliament, get in touch with us to get yourself on the verdict.
We go beyond speculation in dealing with policy and governance issues. The right questions are asked to help you make a verdict.
For more details, you can call us on 0962 965883, 0979 753010, or email us info@kamnettvafrica.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Join us on Camnet TV
every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at 17:45 hours
on a new program dubbed The Verdict.
Remember that Camnet TV is not just another channel. And now the Midday News in details. National Democratic Congress leader CHISHIMBA KAMBWILI has warned that anyone who will be found impersonating to be NDC member when they are not will land themselves in court. Dr. KAMBWILI explains that it was visibly seen after Sunday's convention that he is the true NDC president. Meanwhile, the NDC president says it is the last time he is issuing a statement concerning his wrangles with the AKAFUMBA NDC faction. Speaking to journalists at Lusaka Magistrate Court's grounds, the NDC leader has further challenged the AKAFUMBA group to call the Central Committee and have a convention to prove that they are the party.
Opposition National Democratic Congress leader Dr. CHISHIMBA KAMBWILI has described the AKAFUMBA-led NDC faction as inconsequential and challenged them if they are a party to call for a convention.
We followed our constitution to the latter, which our colleagues say we don't have a constitution. The only thing I can tell them, if they are a party, let them call even Central Committee, National Management Governing Board. Let them call even a ward meeting. Let them go to the convention and see whether they are the party. How can you claim to be a party when you don't even have not even a ward?
Dr. KAMBWILI told journalists in Lusaka shortly after his court appearance before the Lusaka's Magistrate Court that he will not waste his time as party president on the AKAFUMBA faction.
We are not going to waste time to be having exchange of words between us and the AKAFUMBAs. This is the last time I'm issuing a statement concerning that group because they are inconsequential. Now, after our convention, the whole country, the whole world knows who are the owners of the party. Anybody who is going to claim to be NDC impersonating and will find himself in the gallows.
He says if the faction or group wants to further pursue the matter before the Ndola High Court, they are at liberty to do so, as he and the party are ready to meet them in court.
Obtained a stay. We stayed the proceedings in that court. On Friday, what they obtained was leave to commence contempt proceedings. Is leave an injunction? Leave is basically getting permission from the court to say, can we sue this person? It's not an injunction. In any case, what happened on Saturday was that I obeyed whatever court's ruling. They said they expelled me. They removed me as president because I was interim and not elected. I did not attend the convention as president. the convention elected me, then I went to accept the election. Why are we not obeying the court order? Why are we not obeying any court order?
Miriam Kemba, reporting for Camnet TV News.
Meanwhile, the National Democratic Congress NDC faction president Joseph AKAFUMBA has charged that Sunday's general conference held by CHISHIMBA KAMBWILI was illegal and defies the court order. Mr. AKAFUMBA notes that the court order served by the court against Dr. KAMBWILI's status that he should not parade himself as a National Democratic Congress president. He says this means that Mr. KAMBWILI is in contempt for disobeying the court orders and a direct assault to the country's judicial system. Mr. AKAFUMBA was speaking at a media briefing Monday morning. Meanwhile, Ron Member of Parliament Joseph Chishala has solidified his stance as an alliance partner, adding that he won the Ron seat because of the alliance.
Whatever that happened yesterday is wrong, ab initio, and we do not recognize it. Therefore, for anybody to refer to all those office holders who were chosen yesterday, it's illegal and it amounts to contempt of court. Now, before I move away from this, we have been challenged that we are just 4 or 5 or 6 of us who are making too much noise. To the contrary, Sir KAMBWILI, the party is gone and is with us. I can give you an example. I was the vice president, I was gone. Chairman of the party, gone. Secretary General, gone. Deputy Secretary, gone. No, but where is the party? Because just this, even your spokesperson and member of Central Committee, gone.
Decision of following the UPND alliance is merely because we've been in the alliance for years. I think it's 3 years now, and this has been the call from the people of Zambia. The Zambians have called us that we need to unite as the opposition so that we can uproot the PF4 in government. And my decision is merely to follow what the Zambians are saying. And what you should note is that the intention of this faction of CHISHIMBA KAMBWILI is to bring the child on board on PF ticket, which I believe the people of Ron are aware that it's totally impossible for him to pull through.
In other news, Inspector General of Police Kakuma Kanganja has dispelled claims that the police are planning to summon UPND leader Hakainde Hichilema. Hundreds of UPND youths on Sunday night marched to Hakainde Hichilema's residence in New Kasama, where they kept vigil after reports resurfaced that police were planning to stage a dawn attack at his house. He stated that in instances where the police have intentions of summoning any persons for any reasons, they did so transparently because they have nothing to hide. The Inspector General of Police has warned that anyone that will be found wanting for inciting the public through the publication of falsehood or alarming statements would be dealt with in accordance with the law. And the police IG is disappointed to note that some politicians want to take a route of using propaganda of falsehood to gain sympathy from the electorate, as seen from the conduct of Mukushi North Constituency UPND aspiring candidate Topson Kunda, who raised a false alarm that he had been shot in his foot. On Thursday, April 15, 2021, around 23:58 hours, Mr. Kunda gave false information to the police that he had been shot at Wallace in Itala compound and had sent someone to report on his behalf to the police while he remained in the car vehicle which was parked at the police station. However, when some officers spotted him, they requested to see where the gun wound was, as they could not spot any injury on his left foot.
This conduct almost sparked riots among members of the public in Itala compound, who were swayed into believing that the person in question was shot at, when in fact not. It must be noted that Mr. Kunda refused to be issued with the medical report. There was no visible injury, and Mr. Kunda has been very hostile to police, and at one point he was warned and cautioned for posting false information. In the same vein, another falsehood was propelled that the police have plans to summon UPND leader Hakainde Hichilema, which is far from the truth. In instances where we have intentions of summoning any person for any reason, we do so transparently because we have nothing to hide. It is with this background that I want to caution politicians to be responsible as they do their politics, as opposed to engaging in misconduct that may cause public disorder. Anyone that will be found wanting for inciting the public through publication of falsehood or alarming statements will be dealt with in accordance with the law.
Lusaka High Court Justice Wilfred Muma has declared that Lieutenant Nigel Mwaba, the man accused of murdering Dr. TASILA Tembo, is fit to stand trial and follow the proceedings. Previously, the defense had applied that the accused be examined to see his mental status. Justice Muma states that according to the report before the Lusaka High Court from Chinama Hospital, Lieutenant Nigel Mwaba was borderline personality disorder characterized by unstable interpersonal relationship, variable moods, and impulsivity. Hence, he may have predisposed disorder at the time he was alleged of the alleged offense. The act may have been precipitated by the emotional decomposition consequent and imminent loss. This is in a statement which the 33-year-old lieutenant is accused of killing renowned Dr. TASILA Tembo in October 2020.
Nigel Mwaba, the man accused of killing Dr. TASILA Tembo, has been declared fit and can stand trial after undergoing a mental assessment at Chanawa Hills Hospital to examine his mental status. In February 2021, Lieutenant Mwaba had requested that before trial could commence for his murder case, a medical examination be done on him to check his mental status. And when the matter came before Lusaka High Court Justice Wilfred Muma Monday morning, he declared that the accused was fit and can follow the proceedings following a medical report presentation. Justice Muma states that according to the report before the Lusaka High Court from Chinama Hospital, Lieutenant Mwaba, borderline personality disorder characterized by unstable interpersonal relationship, variable moods, and impulsivity. Hence, he may have been predisposed to this order at the time of the alleged offense. The act may have been precipitated by an emotional decomposition consequent and imminent loss. The court further said that according to the observation and findings, his thinking process is normal and had no disorder. He has sight and can stand trial. Allegations in this matter allege that the 33-year-old lieutenant killed renowned Dr. TASILA Tembo in October 2020. It is said that the two were in a relationship. Dr. TASILA's body was discovered in a decomposed state in Mikango Barracks, covered with leaves after she went missing for some days. Lieutenant, who was reported on the run at the time his lover went missing, was later apprehended. The matter comes up on the 29th of April 2021 for commencement of trial. Miriam Kemba, reporting for Camnet TV News.
That news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV Midday News, but before we go, the headlines once again. Dr. TASILA Tembo's alleged killer sound for trial. CHISHIMBA KAMBWILI describes the AKAFUMBA NDC faction as political lightweights. Thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful afternoon.